Welcome to the Explainer. In just the last few weeks, the world of AI has completely gone into overdrive. We're seeing this crazy, intense level of competition, and that means a flood of powerful new tools are hitting the market. So let's break down what this all means for you.
So, where did this all start? Well, it really kicked off with a pretty dramatic leak from inside OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. It seems, after months of being on top of the world, they suddenly declared a code red. And look, this wasn't just some internal memo. No, this was a huge signal that the game has changed. A new era of frantic, high-stakes competition is officially here. Okay, so what could possibly trigger a code red at a company like OpenAI? Well, it wasn't just some internal panic. It was a direct reaction to some absolutely mind-blowing advances from their biggest rivals. You had Google pushing its new Gemini 3 model right to the top of the leaderboards, and at the very same time, Anthropic's Claude model started just dominating in the business world. The entire industry got a massive jolt. So OpenAI's big answer? It's a secret new model, and get this, it's codenamed Garlic. The whole idea is to leapfrog everyone else, and from what insiders are saying, it's already beating both Google and Anthropic in really important tests like reasoning and coding. This intense rivalry, that's the reason we're all getting a flood of new, incredibly powerful AI systems right now.
Okay, so the first huge trend to come out of this big race is the rise of what we're calling the AI agent. And I want you to think of this as a true digital employee. This isn't an AI that just talks about doing things. It actually does them.
Yeah, so forget the idea of a simple chatbot that you just ask questions to. An AI agent is something totally different. It's an autonomous system that you can hand off complex business tasks to. You give it a goal, it figures out all the steps, and then it actually gets to work, connecting to your other software to make it all happen. And a perfect example of this in action is Amazon's new platform, Nova. They kind of released this quietly, but it's a huge deal. It's a tool for building these agents that can run entire chunks of your business. In their own tests, it automatically resolved 76% of customer issues. It can handle lead qualification, update Salesforce, even reorder inventory, all without a human having to do anything. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's great for Amazon, but what about me? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Google just made this technology available to literally everyone. They released a tool called Opal. It's totally free, requires zero coding, and it lets you build your own AI agents just by talking to it. Just describe what you want in plain English.
It's wild how simple this is. The whole process of building your own AI workforce is now just a few steps. You just tell it your goal, Opal builds out a visual plan for you to look at, you can tweak it just by talking or clicking, and then boom, you deploy it as a shareable app. It's nuts! Anyone can basically be an AI developer now. And then you've got tools like Krea AI, which take this idea even one step further. It lets you take all those complex, multi-step AI things you do and package them up into these really simple, clean apps. So what does that mean? It means your team or even your clients can use your custom AI process with just a click. No technical skills needed at all.
All right, so this whole acceleration thing, it's not just about automating business tasks. It's also causing a massive revolution in creative work. We're talking about giving regular people the power of an entire production studio. And the scale we're talking about here is, well, it's just mind-boggling. Check this out. The Chinese tech giant Baidu just jumped onto the global stage with its new model, Ernie 5.0. It has 2.4 trillion parameters. Trillion. To put that in perspective, that's way, way bigger than even GPT-4. So what's the big deal with having a model that huge? Well, it's what they call natively omnimodal. That's a fancy way of saying it was built from day one to understand and create everything: text, images, audio, video, all at the same time. You can literally give it one text prompt, and it can spit out a full video, complete with a voiceover, music, everything.
You know what I'm talking about here. We've all seen it. Those early AI-generated slides, the ones with the weird, blurry text that looks like a forgotten language, and those super generic, soulless visuals that just scream an AI made this. Yeah, that stuff.
Well, you can forget about all that. That era is officially over. Tools like Gamma AI, which are now plugged into Google's latest image models, have completely changed the game. We're talking visuals with perfectly crisp, readable text and these incredible cinematic styles. It looks like something straight out of a Hollywood design studio. And if you think that's impressive, wait till you hear about video. It gets even crazier. Alibaba has a new live avatar system that can generate a digital person in real time that can stream for almost 3 hours straight.
3 hours, and the whole time, there's no weird glitching, no changing quality. It's a seamless, broadcast-quality digital person. Okay, so we've talked about AI as a worker and AI as a creator, but this new wave is also changing something even more fundamental: how we learn and process information. It's turning AI into a true partner for our brains, a cognitive partner.
So Apple, in their typical quiet way, revealed something called Clara. And it's a totally new way for AI to understand really long documents. Instead of just force-feeding thousands of words into the AI, Clara compresses that entire document into these tiny, super dense memory tokens. Think of it like creating a perfect, tiny summary that the AI can instantly understand. The result is just incredible speed and accuracy.
And right around the same time, Google's Notebook LM got a gigantic upgrade. You know the part where you can customize the AI's personality and give it rules? Well, that limit went from just 500 characters to a whopping 10,000. That's a 20 times increase.
So what can you actually do with that? Well, it means you can now create these highly detailed, expert personas for your AI. For example, you can tell it to be a ruthless product manager and have it tear apart your strategy documents, or make it a skeptical scientific researcher to find contradictions in research papers. And the best part? It's all grounded in your documents, so it's not just making stuff up.
Then you have tools like Heptabase, which are completely rethinking what research even looks like. Instead of just dumping a list of links on you, its AI goes out, finds sources, pulls out the key ideas, and then organizes everything visually. It builds this incredible mind map that looks less like a document and more like how thoughts are actually connected inside your brain. So, let's bring this all together. What's the big takeaway? This crazy, intense competition has shoved AI past the point of being just a simple tool. It's now something much, much bigger.
We have blown through the different stages of AI so fast. I mean, we went from AI as a basic chatbot that just answers questions, and now we're at a point where AI can build and run entire systems for us. It's become a workforce, a creative engine, and a partner for our thinking, all rolled into one.
And that brings us to the new reality. This is the world we're in now. Just having access to a powerful AI, that's not the advantage anymore. The real competitive edge now comes from how fast you can use these tools to build and deploy your own unique automated systems.
So that leaves us with one final and I think really critical question. Your competitors, they're already out there building their own AI workforces, their own creative engines. So the only question left for you is, what are you going to build? Thanks for joining this explainer.